The atmosphere is tense. Formula 1 returns to the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya for the 2020 Spanish Grand Prix. Hello everybody and welcome to the Sunday race preview for the 2020 Spanish Grand Prix here at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. Lewis Hamilton starts on pole position from Valtteri Bottas in second after an anticlimactic third part of qualifying. But today's race could be quite interesting. For once, Barcelona could provide us with a great race, all to do with strategy. Let's take a look first of all at the Drivers' and the Constructors' Championship. It's the 6th round of the Formula 1 season in 2020. We'll return to the site of pre-season testing. It's the Spanish Grand Prix at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. This is of course our 6th stop on the road. The Belgian Grand Prix is in 2 weeks' time, followed by the Italian Grand Prix and the Tuscany Grand Prix to celebrate Ferrari's 1000th Grand Prix. A week off before we head over to Russia, and then Germany and Portugal, followed by the Emilia-Rodriguez Grand Prix at Imola. In terms of the Driver Championship, Lewis Hamilton leads the way on 30 points from Max Verstappen. Valtteri Bottas is close behind in third. Charles Leclerc leapfrogs Lando Norris in fifth place. And then we get Alexander Albon, Lance Stroll, Sergio Perez, Danny Ricciardo and Esteban Ocon completing the top 10. Carlos Sainz is 11th from Pierre Gasly in 12th. Sebastian Vettel 13th. Nico Hülkenberg 14th. He gets 6 points on the board for Racing Point. Then Antonio Giovinazzi, Danny Kvyat and Kevin Magnussen on 1 point. Still to score points, Kimi Raikkonen, Nicholas Latifi, George Russell and Romain Grosjean. In terms of the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes lead the way, 180 points to Red Bull on 113. Ferrari now back up to third on 55, 2 points in front of McLaren on fourth. Racing Point are closing down, Renault are 6th, AlphaTauri 7th, Racing Alfa Romeo are 8th, Haas are 9th and Williams are 10th. It's a wonderful circuit here, as we're apologies that we're having to stand in the commentary box. It's been raining all week and it's put us into the commentary box for this weekend, so please make do. But let's take a look around this circuit here and see what it's like, the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. The Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya in Spain, 3 sectors long, 2.892 kilometers, 16 turns and 2 DRS zones. Elevation change is minimal and it's a demanding circuit. So let's take a look then around this 4.655 kilometre circuit. A lap record of a 118.441 set last year by Danny Ricciardo. Open up the DRS, pull late gear and start the lap down the hill to a long turn, one of the longest runs down to the first corner of the season. Brake hard down 4th gear, tight right, tight left, full opposite lock and then a long sweep of turn 3 to complete the first sector. Rise up to 5th gear, pull 6th, 7th, 8th, brake, cross the first sector time all the way down 3rd gear. Ride uphill now before the short drop downhill towards turn 5. Heavy braking down to 2nd gear. Hug the apex hard. Drift the car wide on the AstroTurf and run downhill into turn 7 and 8 chicane. Almost drop down 4th gear. Clip the apex and rise uphill once more. The fast turn 9, 6th gear, lift a little, let the car rolling on the half banking and now open up the DRS and go hard all the way down towards the heavy brake of turn 10 into the MotoGP section that Formula 1 uses as well. 2nd gear, get this part of the course wrong, the car want to flick out like that, you've got to save it. It's a constant challenge. Uphill, wants to push you out wide, let it. Use the excess camber to drag you into turn 13 and then the chicane at 14 and 15. Ride the curves, just clip, and then across around the final corner, turn 16, open up the DRS, go to the line, and that is a lap of the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. So let's go through the qualifying report then and start off as ever with the first part of qualifying. Kimi Raikkonen finally manages to escape qualifying here in 2020 going forward. Finally, because he started at the back for quite a lot of the races so far this year. Hamilton wasted no time though. He went out on the track on the soft compound tyre to put in a benchmark. Everyone was going to use the mediums in Q2. They didn't end up using them. They used the softs in all 3 sessions, which was a surprise to everybody to get them out. Racing Point looked in a tremendous state as well around the sweeping turns of the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya as well. Bottas was looking strong as well. Elsewhere, well, there was Alfa Romeo. Kimi Raikkonen got out for the first time in 2020 into Q1 as well going forward. Haas and Romain Grosjean on Friday was good, but they were bad on Saturday in qualifying. The drivers eliminated in the first part were Magnussen, Grosjean, Russell, Latifi and Antonio Giovinazzi. Right, let's move on to qualifying 2 then. It was soft tyre compound of choice as teams avoided the mediums as well. Now, the medium tyre was going to be the strategy for the race start. However, it now looks like that will be a 1-stop race or a 2-stop if a safety car comes out. I was speaking to Megan earlier on this morning. She said that this more than likely is going to be a 3-stop race if the safety car comes out. So we'll keep an eye on that going forward. Hamilton and Bottas led the way as well. Verstappen was looking good, who was spared the happiest sight of a second segment in qualifying. Stand-up performance from Gasly, the Frenchman, putting in the 5th fastest time as well, just as the lights came out. Carlos Sainz looked mighty since the team changed the engine this morning for Friday, final practice on Saturday. Not such good news for Sebastian Vettel, however. Once again, he missed out on the top 10 in the Q3 top 10 shootout by just 0.02 of a second. He got eliminated along with Danny Kvyat. Both the Renaults out as well. Romain Grosjean out and Kimi Raikkonen starting 14th and 15th. First of an Ocon. Bad day for Renault. We predicted that they were going to have a great weekend. Once again, the Ferraris proving that they couldn't be trusted. A lot of action to do for them in the race tomorrow. Okay, so here's what happened in qualifying 3 then. It was Hamilton who had the upper hand again. He took pole position for the Spanish Grand Prix on his first run compared to Valtteri Bottas, who couldn't do anything as they went forward. The teams and the drivers said that the first one would probably be the best, and it was, because when they eventually went back out, it was no change. The last one of qualifying, absolutely boring. What a way to send off, but Lewis Hamilton gets his 92nd career pole position. Well done to him as he chases his 7th title, but behind is Bottas and Verstappen is looking very, very strong. Okay, well, let's take a look at the starting grid then for the 2020 Spanish Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton is on pole position with Valtteri Bottas in second on the first row of the grid. Dropping below that, we see Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez on row 2. Row 3, Lance Stroll is alongside Alexander Albon. The 4th row sees Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris. And the 5th row, Charles Leclerc alongside Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly doing great to get in to qualifying here. Dropping down row 6, Sebastian Vettel and Danny Kvyat. Row 7 sees Daniel Ricciardo and Kimi Raikkonen. Row 8, Esteban Ocon, Kevin Magnussen. Row 9, Romain Grosjean and George Russell. And the 10th row for Nicholas Latifi and Antonio Giovinazzi. So, what a session we have had for qualifying. The race looks even more important. Join us later on tonight for the race review, the Grand Review podcast with qualifying highlight commentary and the race highlight commentary coming your way later. It's going to be a good one. Join us later. Bye for now.